And you learn best when you do so when you have an open mind and also a good degree of patience. A good degree of patience, particularly when you're in a different culture. And the most important value I experienced when I was in Asia, which struck me, one was the welcoming nature of the people, but also the desire to serve and to be part of contributing positively to something important. And that will never leave me. That will never leave me. And obviously that kind of spirit of excellence is really what we're trying to drive throughout our culture. And this is a shift towards really serving our customers, right, as opposed to just selling them something and getting them to buy something. And that could be the single biggest factor that can separate the winners from the losers going forward in this industry. And on that note, I think it is very fitting that Derek Kuzak is here tonight and is FAIA's corporate champion. So Derek, thank you for doing that. Let's give Derek. And I really can't think of a single colleague on the Ford senior team who better exemplifies this spirit in terms of driving us towards excellence. And you can see it in terms of our products, and many of you are working on bringing our products to world-class levels. And I think you can see it in the outside world, right? Quality. You saw the results from Consumer Reports. Did you see the headlines in the Detroit Free Press last week? They used two words that I don't think we would have ever thought we would have seen 3 or 4 years ago. You know what the 2 words were? World class. What do you think about that? World class. And in safety this week, did you check out yesterday the inflatable rear seat belt? Bringing more innovation, more safety to people, and people really didn't expect that from us, but they're coming to expect that from us, and that's so important in terms of as we build the brand. At the same time, we're introducing another pillar of our plan, smart technologies. And have you had a chance to check out the auto park, the parallel parking, the auto park feature? Now that is cool. I remember I took the prototype home, I took my family in the car, and we found a spot, and I said to my wife Jan, I said, check this out. She freaked out. I said, don't worry, Derek told me this going on. And it really worked great. So between what we're delivering with fuel economy and really getting an image of being a leader in fuel economy, all of these things, through our EcoBoost engines and all the work all of you are doing in the powertrain area, it's going to make fuel economy affordable for customers around the world, as opposed to just being a small few. So we really truly are operating today as a global company as we never have before. And I'm sure a lot of you in this room are dealing more and more with your colleagues around the world than you ever have before. And we're really taking full advantage of our scale today as a business. And most importantly, tapping the worldwide experience of our folks around the world. So Ford is changing, and I think on behalf of the senior team, thank you for doing what you're doing and helping us along this way. And just in conclusion, as I said, I think all of you should feel so good about where we are right now. But just as importantly, the biggest challenge we have going forward is keeping that sense of urgency, keeping our heads down, being confident, but not arrogant, but really striving to going from surviving to being world class. And I just want you to think about that when you walk in the door every day, because the turnaround isn't over by any stretch of the imagination. But by thinking in terms of world class, it changes your mind wonderfully in terms of what is the possible versus the impossible. So with that, speaking of world class, I'd like to introduce, in my opinion, the best darn product guy in the industry today, Derek Kuzak.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see you. It's really great to see so many colleagues and familiar faces that I've worked with over a long career forward. And I'm really honored tonight to be associated with the FAIA as the executive sponsor. I looked at the priorities that you and Amin and the team developed. And priorities are our company first, and really going after communicating our brand, our people, through mentoring and networking, and finding our community and serving our community as four people. I really can't think of a better set of priorities, and you constantly really exceed my expectations in terms of how you deliver on those priorities with your commitment and your creativity. Just a couple of examples from even just the past year. The India Day, 2009, that occurs annually at the Rock Financial Place, I guess it's in Novi, where over 25,000 people come to celebrate the Indian culture. And this year, a team of 30 volunteers have 4 vehicles front and center, 4 technology displays front and center, and delivered over 50 X-Plan PIN numbers. So great sales interest. And just another example of serving the community, the Index Center for Academic Excellence, a nonprofit organization devoted to really spurring academic excellence in young kids. And some of our teammates helped sponsor their annual anniversary, but more importantly, we're on site judging the science fair. So our people, front and center in the community, standing before our vehicles and our people. So again, on behalf of Mark, myself, and the leadership team, I'd like to thank all of you for putting our company, our people, and our communities first. Thank you. Now what I thought I'd do is spend just a few minutes giving you an update on Ford in India. As Mark indicated, and frankly through the effort of Mark and the American team, made lots of progress as an organization and company. And it's really allowing us now to spend a bit more time and a bit more investment on growth. That one element of the Ford plan is really need to emphasize profitable growth. And so now we're spending some time on that and really focusing on the growth area in the world, Asia Pacific, India, and China being the 2 most important. Next slide, please. So what I'd like to do is just spend a few minutes giving you a bit of history on where we've been, where we're going, and talking about an exciting future. And it's really great finally to be talking about growth now that we've stabilized the company. Next slide. So I think all of you are probably familiar with the infrastructure that we built in India, and think about having built this infrastructure since 1996. So you see a number of facilities that are associated with business services, where the India team provides IT, accounting, and engineering services efficiently and very capably for the company as a whole. We thank you for that service. Now, I'm going to spend my time today, not surprisingly, on products and where we're going on products, and that all comes from that bottom picture for India headquarters and the Chennai plant, both vehicle assembly and engine. Next slide. And it's really a relatively short history leading to growth. Started in 1995 as a joint venture with Mahindra. Our first vehicle was off the Escort platform, the Icon. Early 2000s, we were all about adding some more products and then also standing on our own. But now we're about growth. The growth of expanding the capacity of the Chennai plant to over 200,000 vehicle units. An engine assembly plant capable of multiple engine architectures, and the launch of the new FAIA, which really puts us in the heart of the Indian market. And frankly, just over the past several months, the approval of a number of upcoming products that will strengthen both our portability and our portfolio in India. Next slide. Now, why is this all so important? Well, you can see the growth of the India industry. 7% per year. And over the next decade, growing by 3 million units. And we need to be part of that growth. And on the right-hand side, you see all of the normal Ford complexity, talking about all of the types of vehicles and where the growth will come from. The important point is the growth will come from small vehicles, just the size and below. Now for us, that's the challenge, is we're not always profitable in small vehicles. Next slide. But it's even more difficult in the Indian market. Because of the disposable income there, you can see that almost all of that market is with vehicles at a price point of less than $7,500. Even today, when we participate, we're in that upper end, and that's why we have such a low share. So our challenge is small vehicles at the right cost structure, even in India. Next slide. So how do we go about meeting that challenge? Well, you're probably not surprised. We meet it through 1-4. We meet it through global vehicles, like the Fiesta and those other new vehicles that I indicated we're adding, but with one significant difference. We'll improve the cost structure by what we call value enablers. That's simply making the vehicles appropriate for that market in specification, in localization, in value stream, and where we need it, with a clever design that we can plug and play in the vehicles for the other markets. And we'll use those vehicles not just for India, but for China, for the ASEAN region, for South America, and even Eastern Europe, so that we get the scale and economy. And we'll also improve the dealer network, as you can see on the right-hand side. Next slide, please. So here's our portfolio today. 3 of those 4 vehicles will be Indian only within the next year, which is why we do have to change. Next slide, please. And the important point, you can see that that portfolio all participates in 2 high revenue points. They're all above that critical $7,500 price point. So that's why we need better vehicles at a lower cost. Next slide. And here's the opportunity. Today, 1.8% market share, only 30,000 units. With the new portfolio, 5%, 200,000 units. Next slide. And it's all starting already. It started a few weeks ago, where Ellen introduced the new Figo to the largest town hall meeting probably ever. 5,000 strong. And you'll actually get to see a video of that in a minute. Next slide. Excuse me, I have a very bad voice, so I'm going to have to use some water. As the mark indicates, it's been a long week with a lot of speeches this past week. So this is our new showroom, and a showroom that goes a long way to helping better serve the India customer. You can see the Figo, and you can see it's right in the heart of the Indian market. Now today that Figo is a standalone product. In a few years it will come off of a global platform and become a global vehicle. You see right next to it a couple of new products that we just added. They're a MAF, a multi-activity vehicle, and a sport utility vehicle, right at the right price point and even smaller than a Fiesta. And then you can see we're also broadening the portfolio. So vehicles at the right price point and a broader portfolio than we've ever had, that's what will make us successful and grow in India. Next slide. So I'm hopeful I've given you a sense of where we're going in this all-important market. We've got a strong foundation, a young and vibrant team, a great infrastructure in terms of facilities. We need to participate in this market, and we'll do so through a broader set of vehicles, through showrooms, and vehicles at the right cost structure and the right revenue price for the market. And it isn't something in the future, it's happening now with the introduction of the Figo, and there's more coming. And I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to introduce this growth to this team. And you can think of it, frankly, as really the start of that turbo machine that Ellen talks about so often. Because it's only when we can really compete compete in markets like India and China, and we can be convinced that that turbo is really spinning. Thanks for your kind attention, and I'm proud now to turn it back over to Anna. Thank you.
Before we get into the next piece, I'd like to do a couple of things. First, Mark, as for accepting our invitation to be our chief guest, and for your insightful comments, please accept a small token for appreciation. And Derek, I truly do appreciate all your support as our corporate sponsor, and appreciate all the guidance and help you've given for all our initiatives through the year. So please accept that small token. And now, a short video on the spectacular global unveil of the Ford Seagull in India.
I am more excited today than being at the Global Unveil. Everybody believes it's the best product lineup we've ever had at Ford. Small, medium, and large cars, utilities, trucks, the very best quality, green, fuel efficient, safe, best value. Because I think we have a very, very, very good foundation right now going forward. Small cars currently represent roughly 70% of market sales here in India. The new small car we are introducing today has been developed within our One Ford framework for the domestic Indian market, as well as for export in the region. In developing this new car, we listened very closely to what Indian customers want and what they value, and we have incorporated their input into the design and into the engineering. We know the high importance Indian customers place on value to their money. We know you want quality, fuel efficiency, technology, and safety, and Ford is going to give it to you. Let's take a look right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Ford Seagull.
And now on to the annual update. Can you hear me in the back? Yeah. All right. First of all, can I please ask everyone who was involved in any way, shape, or form to organize tonight's event to please stand up. I'd like to especially mention our event team leaders, Sonal for logistics, Rekha and Smita for entertainment, Sai for catering, Rakesh and Gurnath for ticketing, and Sri for overall coordination. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, our guests, for being with us tonight, for taking time out of your busy schedules and your personal lives to come and spend the evening with us. This is the first time ever that we've sold out this event 3 weeks within announcing the event. And in fact, we had to add incremental capacity to accommodate more people. So thank you very much for coming. I'd also like to thank our distinguished corporate officer guests who are here with us tonight, including Benny Fowler, Felicia Fields, who was here earlier but had to leave, Tony Brown, who said he was going to come but had another conflict at the last minute, Mark Steele, Derek Cusack, Paul Mascarenas, Nick Smither, and Bob Shen. So I really appreciate all of you. I'd also like to personally thank all my guests who have graciously accepted my invitation, my family, my friends, and my colleagues. So I really appreciate you being with us tonight. The Ford Asian Indian Association is one of the biggest employee resource groups at Ford Motor Company, with over 2,000 members worldwide. Like the Indian subcontinent, we are a diverse group with multiple religions, languages, faiths, attires, and customs. Our mission is to help Ford Motor Company succeed. We have a bias for action and want to deliver measurable results. Our three main initiatives this year were to help improve Ford's top-line revenues, bottom-line profits, and improve our image. We are one team making a difference. For Ford, through our brand promotion initiatives, for our members through our people development initiatives like mentoring circles and lunch and learns, and for our communities through our volunteering activities. Through this year, we've held various networking events, and we've completely revamped our website, thanks to efforts by Sri, KK, and Kalpana. I'd also like to thank Lance Holder, our executive champion, for all his support through the year. And above all, I'd like to recognize and thank Sri Ganpati, who's been my key go-to person and who's helped FAI through the years for everything that he has done and jumped in on all key initiatives and helped out on all aspects. So thank you very much, Sri. What I'm about to present is on all of our initiatives is actually the work of several volunteers who have spent their own time on their leisure time as an extracurricular activity to help work for Ford, for the brand promotion, for people development, and for corporate citizenship. So, can I please ask anyone who was involved in any of these activities to please stand for a minute? It's okay, your exercise is fine. What I'm about to present is actually the work of these people and several others who are not in this room today, but have helped quite a bit. And so what I'm presenting is not just my work, but it's really the work of all of these volunteers in their spare time. And that's what I'm about to present. Brand promotion. Sai Hafiz has led our brand promotion team this year, and Koti Mehta has spearheaded our India Day event. Our intent was to develop an integrated approach to promote our brand targeted towards the Asian Indian community and promote our brand through key data and facts and displaying the product attributes to the Indian consumers. We organized several internal events, including benchmarking clinics, and leveraged external events like the ICAE and the NSF annual events and India Day to spread the Ford story. The benchmarking clinic. This was a grassroots initiative that was developed by the brand promotion team using a novel approach to showcase and spread word about the Ford products and attributes through a benchmarking event at our benchmarking center in Dearborn. Ford and competitive parts and components were laid side by side for direct comparison. The event's objective was to make each and every one of our members Ford brand ambassadors by allowing them to witness firsthand the quality and workmanship that goes into a Ford vehicle and really appreciate and touch and feel what makes a Ford product a Ford product. This was a great opportunity for all of our members to really learn how Ford has a leadership role in green powertrains, fuel efficiency, affordability, safety, quality, and technology. We had over 70 participants that participated in this event and received very positive feedback. In fact, over 98% of the survey participants said this event helped them improve their perception of Ford vehicles. So it was really an amazing effort. We worked with other external agencies as well to help promote the Ford brand at their annual events. Again, by setting up car attribute displays and highlighting our 4 key pillars: drive safe, drive quality, drive green, and drive smart. India Day, as Derek mentioned, was another one of our key external events. FAIA participated in India Day 2009 that was held at the Rock Financial Showcase as a celebration of India's independence. The event was attended by about 25,000 people, and the brand promotion team, again, working with Ford Marketing and Sales Organization, developed our plan for the event. We displayed 5 of our latest vehicles: the Taurus Show, the Fusion Hybrid, the Escape, the Fiesta, and the Lincoln NKT, and highlighted Ford's leadership again on our key pillars on quality, technology, safety, and affordability, and fuel efficiency and green powertrain. We also demonstrated our latest technology through display units, and we demonstrated sync, Sirius, and navigation to the visitors who stopped by. As Derek mentioned, we provided about 50 X-Plan pins, and we have converted a number of them into sales. The India Day organizing team was also nominated